All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the alaracanfield show, the Awakened Happiness Now global series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And today we have a brand new speaker to the show. Not new to me and probably not new to you, but she is new to the show. So today we have Zeenat Lakdawala on the show with us today, and we're going to be talking about healing the sacral womb, activating the divine goddess. We're going to be taking live caller questions. We're going to be doing some wonderful activations or processes as well. And today we're going to talk about how the world's first light language cosmic divine feminine coaster to shift and renew sacral womb energy. We're going to find out about that. We're going to know how to reestablish a connection to our body, our inner guidance, and our emotions, how they are the most reliable indicators of emotions and experience, which are pleasure, fertility, expansion, creation, strength, and well-being. We're going to learn about and activate, balance, and develop the sacral chakra to improve sexuality, movement, sensation, receiving, and nurturing a healthy relationship with ourselves. We're going to say yes to sexuality and pleasure, yes to passion, vitality, power, creativity, yes to emotions and feelings. We're going to talk about and heal and accept the body as a passage of wisdom and tap into higher consciousness. We're going to explore the innate body wisdom and healing powers to open your heart and awaken the goddess within. We're going to get ready to work deeper into the core projects of the sacral womb, such as abortion, miscarriage, dead weight, abuse, and trauma. We're going to activate and adorn the essence of your soul. So saying yes to your divine feminine power, all that and more. I know there's already so much there, but what else could we possibly do, right? But we're going to have so much fun, like I said, taking live caller questions, doing processes. So please, if you would like to, you can raise your hand or you can type your question in the chat. But for those of you who do not know Zenith, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about her. She is a spiritual guide, a creator of the world's first light language, sacred geometry, crystal grids, and a transformational energy healer with over 10 years of experience. She is a featured international speaker and has worked with thousands of clients globally. Zenith has a high connection with the supreme consciousness from where she receives information from various higher dimensional beings that assist her in bringing the most benevolent language of light in the forms of codes, instructions, and sacred blueprints. This helps in the awakening of the dormant soul and high vibrational shifts that allows one with healing, renewed motivation, power, growth, and abundance. So we're going to learn a little bit more about Zenith from Zenith. So please join me in welcoming Zenith to the show since it is her first time. Zenith, welcome. You're muted.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm so glad and I'm so honored to be here with you and the community.
So Zenith, I'm so glad that you're here. We've worked together in the past, but you haven't been on the show. So I'm so glad that you're here with us on the show. So can you just take a few moments and just share a little bit about your journey, about some of the work that you do, and what brought you into working with, the coasters, the grids, the light language, etc.?
Sure. I have worked in the corporate for almost 15 years of my life. I started with my, you can say, adulthood working into corporate as a marketing head and sales. And over a period of time, I started seeing a lot of changes that were taking place in my personal front. As well, career was going great. Somehow there was something not doing good in my personal relationship. And it took me, you can say, a hard no to put out and to find out what was happening at my personal level. And that's where in 2020, I think it was 2008 or by 2008 or 9 is when even I was working at that time, I started looking for something or some answers to what was happening around in my life. And I had also reached a point where I had said, this is it. I have been here. I have stayed here. Now, what do I do? And the minute I said that I need to now move, that was a choice. And now I understand. At that time, it was like, oh my God, what am I going to be doing? My identity was my work. My identity was being someone's partner. And suddenly I was in this space where I decided that I no longer need this as an identity. And that's where I started getting answers. People started showing up in my space, and I began my journey learning about the angels, because that was one thing I knew there is something beyond the way things look around, but I just couldn't understand. I just couldn't understand what was happening or what it meant. And that's where my journey with the angels began. And through the angels, through the various working of sound, I started learning things. I started going for crystal healing programs. And once I was there, I saw a lot of shifts taking place. And in 2012, I left my corporate job. 2012-13, I left my corporate job, and I started with something called as soul search. I was taken to, you can say, the light language. I was initiated by the guru called Meher Baba in India. And I was taken to his samadhi. And over there, I was asked to write. And I had no idea what it meant at that moment, because I had healers in the past who told me that I have to write. I had friends in the past who told me, you need to write. But I had no clarity what they want me to write. And at the samadhi is when I was told that you will write. And I didn't know who Meher Baba is, but the energy was so strong. It was like I was in a state of trance. And that's where I agreed. Yes, I will write. I came back, I returned home, I was offered a job, I started working, and in 6 months, as I had committed to myself that in 6 months, I'm going to wrap up everything. In 6 months, my job where I was working as a head of marketing and sales, it was merged with another company in telecom, and they said that you're the highest paying employee and we can't keep you. And I just had a smile on my face, because I had agreed to work for 6 months to close my entire, you can say, identity thing with my corporate life. And exactly in 6 months, I left the job, or rather the job was, I had to let go of the job. And since I had started writing with my right hand. I started writing in English. And over a period of time, I realized that I could no longer write with my right hand English. And then I started writing with my left hand. And then I started something called, as I would say, is like doodling. But when I started doing that, I could see that there was a continuous process in which I was being taken. It was like a hand holding phrase I was in. And I just could, and then I started seeing that I was asked to now create something which was called geometry. And then all of this energy started coming together, and I was asked to start a company called Soul Search. And Soul Search was something for me, was that I would have put up some stuff, everyone wants to see something and they would get everything on this site. However, after naming the company called Soul Search, I realized that that was not what I was meant to do. And one day during the meditation, I was said that I need to combine the light language with sacred geometry using color and crystals. And together, it just gave me a name that it would be called as light language, sacred geometry, light crystal grids. And that was it. And that's when I started creating the grids, and one led to another. I started speaking the language of light. I started working with clients directly. So it's been a journey now. And that's how my journey began.
Beautiful. I love it. And I love how, you were guided to do all these things, and they all happen synchronistically as well, right? So it was meant to happen that way.
Absolutely. In fact, sometimes when I look back and I see, yes, I was pushed, and you can say I was at the base of the abyss, and the only way was to climb up. And the upward journey initially felt it was taxing, because there were so many layers that you had to clear. And I do still work on myself. It's not that it's over and done and dusted. The process had become easier.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, right? As you continue doing, your process, whatever happens to be, it evolves, it transforms, it becomes easier. It doesn't feel like you're just in the flow, right? So as you continue doing it, absolutely. I love that. Thank you. So today we are talking, I love I love our topic, healing the sacral womb, activating the divine goddess. And the thing is, it's like the divine goddess within us is always there, right? Working with us, wanting to work with us, supporting us all the time. But a lot of us have these wounds and these trauma in our sacral, in our womb, that is sometimes maybe blocking or preventing from the full expression of the divine goddess within us. Am I right?
Yes, absolutely. Just a few days back, I was just having this conversation, and it's like what is shown to me is that every woman or every man or everyone walking this planet carries the imprint and the womb of the wound on the sacral. Whether it's a man or a woman, it is irrespective. There is a wound on our sacral that does not allow us to expand ourselves.
Sorry. I was saying earlier before we started that my throat is acting up, so I had to get something warm for my throat. But so talking about these wounds that are in our sacral chakra, around our sacral chakra, even, what can we do now to heal? I mean, I feel like we've been working on that for so long. We have done so much work. We've done so much healing, and still it feels like we're still not truly expressing ourselves. We're truly still not fully embodying who we are, the greatness of who we are, the divine feminine goddess of that, who we truly are. So can we just talk a little bit about that, and then we'll get into like the meat of the conversation as well.
The fact is that the biggest reason why we are unable to tap into our potential or even allow the sacral to function is because we have layer and layer. Now, something is like it never comes back. What is happening is that it is a recurring of something. It's never coming back because you healed it, it is gone. It is gone forever. The amount of, you can say, baggage or garbage that we are carrying is so humongous that it takes time. As today I was having a conversation with a beautiful soul, and what she said is that, very interestingly, that it is easy. See, it's easy to create something. Now to uncreate it, it takes a lot of time. I can add salt to the water, but I can't remove that salt. It will take me a process of putting it out for dehydration, and then the crystals of salt will merge up. But it is a longer process. Putting the salt in the water was just very simple. Creation is very easy. And it is done at a subconscious level. But to now consciously go into the womb and to start scraping that, it feels it is a longer process. And because we are also bound in mind with time and space, we want things to happen like yesterday. So as when some people say, how much more time will I take to heal? I ask them, what is their age? And I say, okay, 36 years to clear that. Because if you took 36 years to create it, give 36 years to clear it also. But it is frightening because it's like so much more pain will I have to go. We miss to understand one thing is that it is just the initial part of pain. And then it becomes as is, and layers starts coming up. It gets cleared. And as you're clearing it, the more you clear, the more you let go of your guilt. Why is the sacral not working? Sacral is not working because it is clouded with guilt. It is clouded by being shame. And shame of what? Shame of being a woman, shame of being a man who's having a different preferences, or a shame of being a woman with different preferences. Hurting your sexuality, expanding your creativity, and then doubting yourself that, is it right for me to be? Because what happens in the state of sacral, it is your right to be. It is your right to feel. Now, if I feel in a particular manner, am I allowed to? Because the society created paradigm, it created, you can say, structure. And not everybody can align itself to the structure. So you then suppress and suppress and suppress. And then you reach a point, and I can tell you this period that we are in today, as we are into the Aries, it wants us to take action. And so when I was speaking to you and you said, this is my date available, I was so, because I knew it is the season of Aries and everything is going to be fiery. People are going to have a real great time with the truth, as you have. And they're going to have a great time with anger, because it is going to bring up those emotions, because your sacral is getting activated and it's being worked on.
Awesome. So perfect divine timing, right?
Absolutely. And today is the day, which is 11, which is a master number. And today Jupiter is in the sun, with the sun. So it is in the state of expansion. Mm-hmm. So I said, why not? And when you ask me, you would like to do a download? I'm like, yes, we will do a good group process.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. And that's the thing, it's like, when it comes to the healing part, we are always healing, right? But there's different layers, there's different levels, there are different aspects that are being healed and cleared, what we're willing to release and let go. So, it's like you said earlier, it's not like the same thing coming back again and again and again. No, it's just different sides of it, different facets of it that you may not have recognized before. And the thing is, we are all different now than we were, like I'm 56. So some of the stuff that's happened to me, or that I experienced in my lifetime, I'm not the same person now than I was 20 years ago. I'm not at all. And so I've healed a lot, right? I've worked through and cleared and healed a lot. So even if I'm not like fully healed, I can see the path and I can see the difference and I can see all the work that has been done. And so we need to acknowledge that, not what is not working, but look at everything that has taken place. Look at how different you are now than you were then, kind of thing, right? Instead of always looking at the worst thing, it's like, no, oh my God, I'm like so much better now, like much, calmer, happier, just more relaxed. Everything is so different now than then. And so recognizing that the healing is always taking place if you're willing to allow it and release it and let it go, the stuff that's been holding you back. But at the same time, maybe there's more. Maybe there's still more that needs to be healed, right? And a lot of the stuff we may not even be consciously aware of at all, right? And so that's why we keep fighting with it, because like, I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to heal. I think I've done everything, right? And that's what people have said. Clients have said this, like, I've done everything, right? And it's because, at the unconscious level, there's still stuff there that they don't know about. And a lot of times we don't want to know it. That's the issue too, right?
And that's the scary part, because if you know, then it's exposed. And then that becomes a live wound. And to heal the live wound, the stamina, the courage of the heart. And I say that healing is not for weak-hearted people. The courage of the heart and the state in which you are allowing yourself. Because what I have seen over the years is that the minute I trust, and I put that trust, it may sound cliche, people say trust, 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 but what is this trust? And for me, the trust is just like, I know something is going to come up for me to cross this too. So I'll just wait to see what's coming for me. And it shows up, whether it is to speak to a person, whether it is to get a guidance, it will show up. Trust is equal to patience, and it does not have a definite time. So you need to know that it will happen and it is you're taken care of.
Yeah. And just sometimes we have to remind ourselves of that, it will happen and that you are supported and you are taken care of. Relax, right? So it's about relaxing the emotions and just being in that state of allowance of it will unfold as it will. You do your part and then the rest will unfold.
Absolutely.
Right. I've gone totally off the topic. I'm totally off the tangent, but it's like this topic is something that, is also very dear to me, so it's like it not triggering, but it's like, I know I still have stuff that still needs to be worked on and cleared and healed, right? So that's why this topic is always so big for me as well. It's like, wonder what's going to come up. I wonder what's gonna show up now. So let's just go back a little bit. We're talking about, you started doing light language, right? But because everybody told you need to write, and then you started doing light language. But what does light language mean to you? And because I think in this community we are all familiar with light language, mostly sound-based light language, not necessarily the written. But so can we talk a little bit about what light language is, and how does it affect our energy field? I mean, I love light language. How does it affect our energy field? How does it affect our DNA? What's going on?
So when I start writing, it's basically, I work with my non-dominant hand, and I just allow the energy to flow in. And I do not use you can say my own filters, because sometimes I'll put a dot here and a dot there, because in light language, even a dot, if you see on the coaster, even a dot on the coaster means that it is a code. Everything, as we are all of us are energy, and we are only communicating with each other is through the medium of energy. And whatever I am projecting out is getting projected, and it's getting reflected 10 times of that. So when I'm working with the written light language, is that I start, they give me instruction on what has to be written in form of codes. And it could be a line, it could be a dot, it could be symbols, it could be, it just looks like doodling. So I think I'll just show you here. This is the one which is, if you can see, I need to remove the blur.
We can see some of it.
Yeah, I'm just removing the blur.
Yeah.
So every aspect, these are all words, these are all codes. Each and everything is a code that has been given. And it just flows. I don't know, you can say I will not be sitting and deciding what I want to mention or write. It just flows through. And I have the trust that whatever they are telling me to put is effective, because when I touch it, or when anybody will touch, there is a energy that starts flowing through. And that energy is the energy of creation. That energy is it's an energy field that just starts interacting with your aura. And that energy starts going through your aura, it travels into your physical body, into your bloodstream. And once it is in the bloodstream, this high frequency and codes, they start moving into the bloodstream, and they start moving and they enter into your cell. And once that they are into your cell, they start connecting with the DNA, and they start reworking on your blueprints, and they upgrade your templates. So when you're touching, even if I show it to you, and if you start touching it via the screen also, you will have a tingling sensation on your fingers. You will feel pulsation. You will feel that your heart is becoming either heavier or it is becoming lighter. You will yawn, you will burp, and then you want to just sleep. So that is what it is. If I have to just put it across in a very simple method, it is so powerful that it can actually, without our conscious mind getting and interfering with it, because for the conscious mind, it looks very gibberish. There are no filters attached. Because the mind is not involved in it, it works stupendously on our energy body. It starts making us expand our point of view of things. It starts making us shift our point of view of things. So even if you're having water through the coaster, you just keep your water glass on the coaster for even 3 seconds. Energy from the light language and the sacred geometry enters into the coaster and does the reconfiguration of the water molecules. It changes the water energy. And when you're drinking this highly charged water, you are creating, you will experience things like, like my clients, they tell me that my relationship with myself has improved, where I can also adjust with my husband, or I am able to see better. I can think better. There is clarity in my thoughts. And especially when people are working with the divine coaster, the cosmic coaster, I've heard of the feedback that I get is that my sacral area feels lighter. There is suddenly that lightness there. And yes, I do know, because the physical body, the organs in the physical body of your body is getting, you can say, reconfigured for you. So that's what it is.
Beautiful. Thank you. I love that. So powerful. And the thing is, when it comes to light language, it does make a difference. It does affect your energy field. It does affect your cells. And we know this. But yeah, thank you for explaining it in such detail for all of us, because sometimes people may not know exactly what's happening. They like it. They feel good when they're hearing it, for example, but they may not know what is actually happening. So these cosmic divine feminine coasters that you were just showing us, how can they help us to actually, work with the divine goddess, activate the divine goddess? But how does it help us to explore our body's wisdom, right? Connecting to our body and our body's wisdom and healing powers. I'm assuming it does that too. It interacts with our body's wisdom and assists us with healing.
Absolutely. So if you see the coaster, this is the 5x5 coaster. Sorry. Yep. Yes. This is the size of the coaster. So when I keep the water on this, and as our body is it's like ever changing. It's the most dynamic thing that we have. It is also helping our consciousness to change, because every time I do work, I am working on my conscious level. At a conscious level, I'm working, and it is making the shift at my subconscious level. When I'm doing that, my organs also start responding in a particular manner. And when my physical body starts shifting, my emotional body also starts shifting. My mental body also starts shifting. So anything that is happening at one layer is directly impacting my other 5 layers too, 4 layers too. So when the minute I keep water or any food item on the coaster, when I start working with it over a period of time, I start noticing that my point of view, my belief system, my fear, because the sacral is so close to your root chakra, and the root has everything about fear and insecurities. You will not even realize when your sacral and your fears and your root chakra becomes one. And because it becomes one, our solar plexus, which has got the intelligence, wisdom, starts dysfunctioning. It is not expanding. It is not allowing us to know more. It is curbed with self-consciousness and self-sabotage, because the fear in the root chakra does not allow the sacral to move and become bigger. It doesn't want the orange to expand itself. It wants it to stay in the layers of the red and the black. So when you're working with this, the first layers that start going away is the releasing of fear, fear-based energy, guilt-based energy, blame-based energy, distrust, insecurity. You start clearing that energy field, because when the root is expansive, you can tap into your creativity. And creativity is not only for creation purpose, it is also about creation of wealth, money. And I'm more passionate about the sacral is because it has a direct relationship with my money, with my wealth, with my abundance. And abundance is not limited to just money. It is about how I am thinking, how I am experiencing my life on this planet, in this 3D. How am I experiencing 5D? And those changes start taking place. Women carry ancestral baggage. And the biggest ancestral baggage that the women carry is related to their menstrual cycle. Because it was told to us while we were giving birth, or we have taken birth, is that you having period is not a great idea. Because even if you see commercials, they have upgraded us, from from cloth to a sanitary pad, but they still talk about women trying to compete with men. Why competing? Why not just being? and creating, because that's what my power is as a woman. But we are denied of that. So we are into a lot of denial most of the time. So this denial energy, this scarcity energy, one of the biggest things that women experience is scarcity, because she believes that she cannot go and earn. And if someone is giving it to her, it's never going to be enough, because she doesn't know who is the source. Because sometimes it's the husband the source, or the father the source, or the son the source. So she finds it that there is never enough. So the scarcity mindset, the poverty consciousness, that you are not only holding it for your mother, you are also experiencing it, and then you're giving it away to your children. So our belief system starts changing, our point of views around money starts changing, our physical body starts becoming better. And one of the things that I've seen women experiencing is they are always in the crisis mode. Like they have to continuously give care, they have to be the mother even to their husbands. That is a crisis modality. It's not that it is happy, because they need to be wanted. And the way they have been told that they can be wanted is by continuously taking care of somebody, being the mother always. So that kind of energy is a unhealthy energy. It's not healthy boundaries. So when you learn to say no and yes to saying no, is when you will let go of your fibroids, because the clutches of the fibroids in your uterus is not allowing you to expand. And that is what I have experienced. When I work, even in my workstation, there is always a sacral poster, because I'm always in a constant mode of creation. Ideas are coming in, clarity is coming in, and I do see the lightness in me.
Wow, that was amazing. Oh my goodness. It's like everything you were just saying so resonated, and it's like it makes so much sense. And even people are in the chat are commenting about that. And it's like that was such a wonderful explanation, just sharing with us. It gives us a different way of looking at our lives, at ourselves, as who we are as women, and what have we been thinking, what have we been feeling. And it's like, yeah, it's time to change that now. It's time to really recognize how powerful we truly are, but not just not from like competing with men or anything like that, but it has to do with our abilities, our capacities, what we are truly capable of, anything and everything, right? But yeah, we have to tap into that creative energy, that creative expression within us, so that we can create. And you're right, creation is about everything. It's not just about art, for example, or writing or whatever, but it's about creating relationships, creating money, creating a business, creating wealth, creating friendships. Everything is about creation, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, absolutely love that. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. It's like I'm just so enjoying this conversation, and these explanations are so clear, right? The info is so clear. Yeah, so well expressed. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I love that. So I wanted to just talk a little bit about, yeah, my voice is going to be, off and on, it seems like today. So do you want to take some questions from people just to see what's coming up for folks?
Absolutely.
Because that's also going to help to bring through more of your beautiful wisdom. And it means less talking for me. Linda, you want to unmute yourself?
So do you just want me to just do a clearing on your throat if you'd like to?
Sure. Yes, please. Thank you.
So let's everybody just take a deep breath in, and this will help everyone with their projects on throat expression. Dumututa samitale itikita ushay italahay shay itan kitonana. Manahitimi kite lahi sututuruhi suila anaha katanigita. Mukutu yudunukutu, all judgment, all point of views. Kutu yudunutu sene itamahanama kate. Li itishi edahana ulaha sene kite itila. Na eketene kita ina enekete nete 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 sanata nata. Nini hinana hana nini nina hana mana. So the fear does not only travel from only stays into your root, but it also travels to your throat. All welfare issues. So it may not be only just for you, but it is for the group's energy. So Tepehita tepehito na tehata samataha.
I don't know why I'm crying.
God bless you. I hope you feel a little better.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Welcome.
I don't know why I'm crying, but thank you.
That's the release. So
yeah.
And you also
I felt a lot of energy shifting for
Yes.
sure. So thank you, thank you. All right. Linda, you want to unmute yourself?
Yes, I was crying too, so I don't feel bad. Yes. Hi. So nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Do you have one specifically for opening the third eye?
Third eye.
Yes.
One specific what, Linda?
One specific light language or, sound?
So there is I have an entire chakra set, which includes the third eye, the awakening of the third eye.
Okay.
And there are various programs through which I also work on the third eye, depending on the time of the month it is, which energy is wanting to or willing to come forward. So yes, there is definitely, I do have those available, and I do work with that constantly. And also when I'm working with the third eye, I am looking at the sacral, and I'm also working on your solar plexus, because they all are connected with each other. It's like each energy system, which is called as the living light temples. These are our living light temples. We talk about them as 7 or 6 or 5, but there are more than 13, 14. And each one is so beautifully connected with the other that even in the absence of, if I'm working on the third eye, I cannot just go to the third eye. Because if I awaken the third eye, and if you are not grounded enough, you're not balanced enough, you're not rooted enough, you can go into a delusion, you can fall into a trap. Okay. So that's why you need to be working with the consciousness over there.
Okay.
Okay.
And so how did you develop your light language? How did it come to you?
When I started, initially, when I was in my corporate and I was taken to places to learn, I learned sacred geometry. I learned color codes and crystals. Light language came to me through my master, Meher Baba. And at his samadhi, I was initiated. So you can say an energy took on, and I was given what I was required to. And when I came back home, I was asked to write. And that's where my journey began. And when I started writing, I was asked to speak. And while writing, I started speaking. And one day, and I'm so glad you brought that up, one day I was speaking, I was working on one MP3, and I got a flash of a memory of my childhood. And I remembered exact same words I was saying today, which I had said when I was 10 years old. But because it was gibberish, it sounds gibberish, I was afraid to speak in front of people, because I was told once, like, what are you, mumbling? Like, are you going crazy?
Yeah.
But it felt good, somewhere it felt very good, because I used to not express. For me, visibility and audibility was not very easy. So when I was working on that MP3, it was like a memory, it just nostalgic. It got me to my state. And I realized that, I spoke this. And therefore, when I had started speaking, it did not feel like I'm speaking something different or it's alien to me. It just feels very organic. It's natural. That's how it is.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you too.
Awesome. Thank you, Linda. All right, we're gonna go to Manisha. You want to unmute yourself, Manisha? And see, already my throat is feeling better, sounding better, definitely. Yay.
Hello, Alara. Hi, Zenith. I've worked with you, but obviously you couldn't see me because you was on Skype. I just wanted to say, Alara, I'm so excited that you've got Zenith today. And I've had the pleasure of working with Zenith and the grids as well. So anyone who's looking for a personal session, definitely go for it today. That was all, Zenith. I have your, grids and
Yes.
I work, but I just wanted to say, lovely to see you. Thank you, Alara.
Thank you, Manisha.
God bless you. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna show my my grid, but I didn't get it in time. But I will still. iPhone phone number ending in 2011. You want to unmute yourself? Yes, no, maybe so. She may not be there. Or he, she, I don't know. So we're gonna go to Kathy. Oh, Kathy, you want to unmute yourself?
Hello, ladies.
Hi.
Hi,
I am just saying, second the previous person, go for it with Zenith all the way. I have your grids, I have your coasters. I followed you for years. It's a beautiful experience.
Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you.
Yes, and the session is well worth the time. It is wonderful. Yes.
Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you
Did
so much, Catherine. God bless
Did you have a question or anything, Kathy, or are you good?
No, I just wanted to support Zenith.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, we're gonna go to Miriam. You want to unmute yourself, Miriam?
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, and thank you guys. This has been a wonderful sharing. My question or focus right now is on the solar plexus, and I'm wondering if there's anything you can do to help me. I have pain there and challenges with digestion, but I'm also wanting to step more into my power and be seen and heard and feel safe to be the fullness of that that pure love that wants to flow through, and even to be able to charge money for that, so feel comfortable with that. So if there's any way you could help me.
Okay, so Miriam, on a scale of 0 to 10, you want to step into your power. Okay, so now on 0, I am afraid of stepping, and 10, I want to step. Where are you on that scale?
Consciously, it feels like a 7. I don't know when you actually start doing it. Sometimes that subconscious resistance or fear comes up, right?
So what is coming up when I was asking you that question was that there is a huge, there's a huge blanket, if I can say, a veil of resistance. So the fear of being visible, the fear of being heard, wherever you're holding on to that energy, from wherever it is coming from this lifetime, any other lifetime, including this one, will you give yourself the permission to destroy, uncreate, and release it?
Yes.
Now just keep your right hand on your stomach area, which is your near your solar plexus, and just breathe into that energy. And so the doubt that is coming up, the will it work, will it not work, must I work, should I work, all the should, could, would, must not, all that energy which is not yours, which may be belonging to someone else, and which you have now made it yours, coming across time, space, dimension, including this one, will you give yourself the permission to release, destroy, and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Mutu yata hi sami yudunu mukutapa yadana hanamakutulu kutapa yadana makatapi yudunu mukutanata. Mikiti yadana mahanamukutulu kutularata. And so wherever there is overconfidence or wherever there is underconfidence, either of that expression, which is not in the balanced form, wherever that is, will you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Yataha nama samaya dahil Shiyada, Yehula Shiyadanama, Yudukutula Pieda, La Hishiyudunumukutupiadana Hanama Isamiyala, Yudula Yadanamana Kutumuta, Iladi Udulu Yadanama Yanamana, Labadia, the Labiudunumukutupiadana, Makutu Yudulu Yadanamanahana Hanamukutulu Yudunukutanata, Anahanamakatul Kutulu Yadanamana Hanamukutulu to Yadana Hanamakatala Yadanamakadanata, Makudu Yudunumukutulu to Yuru Duru Dunukutanata. Gushahatanata, 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 Gusheshetanata. Now taking a deep breath in and out, allowing your body to completely relax. And now tell me how you're feeling.
Maybe a little more at ease.
Which is good, and allow you to continue, because as we are going to do the call and as we are doing the clearing in the later half, your solar plexus will be much more powerful.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your
You are most
assistance
welcome.
and for this call today.
God bless you. Thank you,
God
Maria.
bless.
Awesome. Thank you, Miriam. All right, we're gonna go to, let's see, 1 second. All right, so iPhone ending in 2011. You want to unmute yourself?
Hi, thank you for
Hi.
taking the call.
Hi.
Thank you, Alara. Thank you, Venus. I'm curious to ask, what is causing severe fatigueness in me chronically?
So the first thing that comes is that this is not a fatigue that happened today, yesterday. It's also, I'm picking up the energy of not interested, don't want to invest, don't feel like moving forward. Mukuto yetola ishala minahana mukuto toka sampena mele iti yudunukuta. Tahana. So what I would like you to do is just hold this finger. If you can see my screen, hold your little finger of your left hand. And even everybody on the screen, if you can see, just hold this little finger. And now as I'm doing the clearing, I am allowing the little finger, my love, the last finger.
Oh,
The little finger. Yeah. This is the finger of us, which is in JS, the Jinsen Jitsu. We say this is the finger of pretense. We like to labor. We like to take everybody's burden and make it ours. And that's where the body is now so exhausted, tired, and mentally fatigued, physically fatigued, emotionally fatigued. So just hold that finger and let me do the clearing. Allah yuduna hama hana hana shila yudulu yudubati atai udud isanati nal minani anana. Ila yudunu yishu yudulu yudunumutaki yadanana mayala hashani anana mukudunu kutarata. Tamahi samayadana hanamu yudulu yadana makatapi yudunumukutanata. The need to know katapi yudunumukutanata. Mataman samatana, and then to apply logic behind it. Sometimes is not required. Because maybe this fatigue is not of today's. Maybe this fatigue is of some across lifetime. Maybe this is a karma clearing. So whatever that is, whatever this fatigue is, it's not healthy. So whatever that is, allow this fatigue to be released. Allow this energy and allow the life force to flow through. And as you're breathing in and breathing out, all of us, please bring your attention to your solar plexus. And now take the attention to your sacral. And acute fatigue is also cause of the tired kidneys. Now just opening the finger and now just holding the opposite finger. So if you were holding the left, hold the right finger. So dysfunction in the liver. Releasing that. Dysfunction in the spleen. The joint center has been damaged. All damages. Clearing it now. Urudu yuduru duru yudunu dudu yadana tarapatapata yadana makatara katapatu yudunu kuturu kutunukuta. Natatata yadana tanata taraturukutu yadana tarati yadana taratakati yadana tatatakutututututututa. Hatta hatana 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 hananta tata nutush surukutu. Patush surukutu tahish sanakatayata. Allowing the energy to flow into the kidney with ease. Azayada hazayadanata, all blocks, all dark matters in the kidney, in the liver, in the gallbladder, allowing it to be released. All the energy I have given up, it has been given up. I do not need to try. I should not try. I must not try. Releasing all that now. Gentle, gentle breath in and breathing it out. And as you're breathing it out, bring your attention, opening your hand and allowing your energy to flow through your sacral. Going into your root and then allowing this energy to move up to your solar plexus, into your heart center. Gentle, gentle breath in and gentle, gentle breath out. Do tell me now, how are you feeling, my dear?
I think we lost her. I think it was Monica. I think we lost her.
No, Linda, I think.
Ah,
so.
there she is. She's back. Okay, go ahead.
I just you kept getting frozen on the other end on me.
Yeah. So go back and watch or listen. Okay, because
And not to be worried because the energy, because we are bringing in such a high voltage of energy, surge in energy. So sometimes the screen might freeze, but remember that all energy that is coming is reaching you. Even if you can see us, not hear us, it is reaching you through and through.
Thank you very kindly.
God bless
Awesome.
you. Thank you for
thank
listening.
you.
You're sounding much better, I must tell you. Your voice is much better.
Thank you. I've been dealing with being poisoned for 8 or 9 years with copper poisoning. So my liver got damaged. My organs got damaged. And there is no treatment. I've been taking supplements.
So wherever you have given up, and see, that's where the energy of giving up came up. And also I was shown dark matters in your liver and your kidney. So, but wherever you have, see, we do self-talk. Whether we are creating. So unconsciously we are creating, correct? And this is also an unconscious way of creation. So perhaps wherever you have consciously, unconsciously told yourself that there is no treatment for this. Oh, I have to suffer through this. Oh, me. Oh, this. Wherever that is, allow yourself to release that energy. Allow yourself to, if you trust, when you trust, there will be a solution. If you've survived 9 years, you can survive 100 years too. It does not mean that there has to be a pathological solution given to you coming from allopathy, homeopathy. It can come from anywhere. So perhaps the divine intervention is what is happening right now for you. And that is what the energy was showing me, was very strongly that the giving up energy, I don't want to try anymore. So my love, please do look into that.
Thank you very kindly.
God bless you.
Awesome.
Back.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was awesome. So much clearing. And it is so true what you just said. You know, sometimes we are told things by doctors or healers or other people that say, you know, there's no treatment, there's no cure, there's no possibility for change for this certain thing. But, you know, I always think, no, there's always something possible. Something else is possible. So are you willing to receive? I'm talking about for myself. Am I willing to receive that? Am I willing to look outside the confines of what I know and what I've been told to believe that something else may be possible, you know? And so, yeah, just think about that. Don't always believe everything you're told by people. Because again, like you just said, this is divine intervention, right? And the divine is always listening, always watching, always here with us, supporting us, right? So if it's required, then the solution will present itself. I also believe that as well, in some way, right?
And it is a yes universe. You ask and you shall receive. And that's what, then somebody will tell me, but doesn't the universe know? Oh, it's got a very different sense of humor. You asked and it's given you. You asked, I don't want to do it. It will give you all the possibilities of not doing what you want to do.
Yeah. So, be gentle with yourself, but at the same time, ask the question, what else is possible here? Is something else possible here? What else is possible here? All right, we're going to go to Marlon. We don't normally have a lot of men on the show, so Marlon is here. Marlon, you have a question for Zenith? You want to unmute yourself?
Oh, yes, hi.
Hi.
Can you? Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead. Hi.
Great. Hello.
Nice
Hi.
to see you.
Thank you. So, thanks for taking my call. So my question is that, well, I'm currently in a job search. Looking for about a couple of months, and it's been going good, but there's been a lot of no's, and sometimes I feel like maybe I'm just too overqualified. But yeah, nothing has really stuck to me that or potentially that has that came my way. But I do feel it's kind of close by, that there is something coming, but I also feel in the same way that maybe there could be something that is holding me back. I don't know what it is, because I've been doing the work. It's just kind of frustrating also in this.
So firstly, if you observe how we communicate, we say everything great, and then we say but, and then we say everything after the but. And the way the universe works is that it listens to everything that you said after the but.
Okay.
But I am overqualified, but I am not getting this, but. So I know, it's so amazing. The way the universe works is that only if we can figure that out, everything else is sorted. So wherever you have told yourself, knowingly, unknowingly, consciously, unconsciously, that I am overqualified. So wherever this doubt of me being overqualified, or I am not qualified, or I am underqualified, and thereby making it your reality, wherever that is, will you please destroy and uncreate that? Will you allow yourself to let go of that? Would you give yourself the permission to be what you are, for what you have created, for what you can create, to the power that you are?
Sure.
Yes.
Yes,
Just keep your left hand on your sacral, okay, like this.
Okay.
Where the nadi is, the belly button that they say, okay? Now allow this energy from your left hand, which is the hand of receiving. Allow the energy of the life force to go through your sacral. Isha and that's where you create your judgment. So and you're judging yourself. Allah Lara di dara di dara di na 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 kuru dunu kutanata. Garada yadara katara kadikatara katuru kutulu rukuta. Clearing all judgments now. Gudu yudunu matapayadana mahanamanda. Ituru to yudunukutu, ituru yudunukutu, ituru ku yudunukuta. In all the creation process, the biggest block to creation is judgment. How it will be, how will it not be, what will it be, what can it not be, should it be, not be. All judgments, all point of view in the midst of creation. That is sanakatana, destroy and uncreating it all. Ishasa, 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 ishasa. Gunukutu. Letting all in external environment impact your internal environment, and thereby creating disharmony that then gets projected multiple times, destroying and uncreating it all. Isha yadana hanamukutupi yudunumukuta pakata yadana hanamukutupilati yudunumatabarakatama mukutunkutanata. Matatsu satayata satayatanata yudunukata yatatu sayatanaka yatanakatanakatunkuta. Natishisaneyananakata. Always expecting a straight line and defeating yourself from going right and left. Not realizing that the energy is never straight. Energy is always in the movement, and it's in the movement of a zigzag. Nothing is state. Allowing the shifts to take place. And thereby impacting your self-esteem, self-sabotaging energy, releasing it all now. Aligning and balancing you. Tushata. 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 Nahakata. Yahasanakata. Gentle, gentle breath in, moving your hand. Usahya Shesarate Sayatanahanakata.
Wow, thank you so
Tell
much.
us, how are you feeling?
Yeah, fantastic. I feel most grounded and most strong in my solar plexus. Especially
God
my
bless you.
back feels more strong and straight. Yeah.
So when you are looking for your job, the first thing you need to know what you don't want, and then just go for what you want. It might feel difficult because, you know, what you don't want is always a lower hanging fruit. You know, it's easy.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
just join a job, even if I get paid, you know, the money will come. That's a compromise. And you will compromise for the rest of your life.
Yeah, because there is that potential job which came through now yesterday, but it's not something.
See the bud.
Yeah, it's not something in line. And I
So-
just, okay, so maybe just go, and while you're in it, you know, you network and you'll find a way, not something.
It's the lower hanging fruit, my dear. It's the lower hanging fruit. And this month, as we are heading into the Mercury retrograde, Mercury says, reevaluate everything, reevaluate what's going to come, and then take responsibility and then go with it. But if money is the reason, like, oh, the money needs to come, and therefore, if you're going to take that job, then be in that awareness that you're compromising your solar plexus. And every day that you will go to work, you will say, oh, that oh will come. You know, I could have waited.
Yeah.
Work on strengthening your sacral and your solar plexus so that what you want, focus on that.
Okay.
Money is for everyone and it is abundant.
Yeah.
There is no scarcity of money. That is a principle and the rule number 1 of money.
Yeah.
So you have the money, you will have the money. So then take a call according to that.
Yeah, because
And
I
yes,
didn't feel quite happy when I said, yeah, okay, you know, you've been successful. I didn't feel that, oh yes. I would just like, yeah, just for the sake of it, for a couple of but I also don't want to do that because they could use someone else instead of that really wants to be in that field. So I think I might decline it.
Before you say no to them, work on the fear of what if I don't get another job? Work on that fear, because there is a job, there is money. If money is there, that means a job is there, or you get a lottery, whatever comes first and whatever is the highest. Work on the fear before letting go of the job. Work on that fear. I have this fear, I'm letting it go. I'm releasing this fear that there will be no other job for me. And then you take your decision.
Good. Awesome. Good luck, Marlon.
God bless you.
Thank you.
So
I think, I think he's also freezing.
Yes.
you too.
Awesome. All right. Yeah, he's totally frozen, or I'm frozen. I'm not sure.
Oh, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Because I couldn't mute him. It's like, okay, maybe 1 second. Let me just check something. All right. So I wanted to take a few minutes. I know we still have lots of people with their hands raised. Of course, lots of people have questions, but I wanted to take a few moments and talk about the packages, Zenith, and then we'll come back, and if we have time, we'll take some more questions, or we'll do the process, right?
Sure.
So give me 1 second. I'm going to share my screen. Oh goodness, 1 sec. Let me just But yes, my throat is much better. I can talk more clearly. I sound much better, thank God.
God bless you.
Yes, thank you so much. Okay, so this is the special offer packages from Zenith. There are 3 packages that she's offering. Package A, B, and C. With all of them, there are 2 and 3 month payment plans available. And if you are an Inner Circle member, please do take advantage of your gift code as well. So Zenith, let's talk about what's in these packages. There's a lot.
So the package A, as I have already shown, that it comes with this beautiful grid, and it is completely handmade. It's a coaster which you can keep your water, and it will charge in less than 3 seconds. You know, I keep it for a few minutes. I keep it sometimes even just put it and I have it. Along with the coaster, there are MP3s, and all these MP3s are, the first one, if you see, it's all about talking about the way divine feminine, acceptance of the divine feminine, the sacral womb, and all the energy that it is required for us to bring our life force, the chi in our body, to the place it needs to be. It is also the MP3, and these MP3s, in fact, I must tell you, when I was guided to make the coaster, and when I was visiting UK last year, the MP3s started showing up. And because I was working with the ley lines of Mother Mary, of Mary Magdalene and Michael, the energy that are infused in these MP3s come from that legacy. So they are so powerful that even if you hear it once, you will find that your body is aligning. There is changes that are happening. You are shifting in a particular direction. The second MP3, if you see, is complete download by Mother Mary Magdalene herself. And here she's talking about, or the energy is about awakening your dormant self, the power that you are. And it is also working on your entire pelvic floor, because women have the project of everything to do with menstrual cycle, birthing. The biggest thing that women do is birthing. And everything about that birthing area is being taken care of with the healing energy of this MP3. The third MP3, which I really like, is the MP3 that talks about releasing blame. The biggest thing that we do with ourselves is, whether we are a man or a woman, we blame ourselves, or we blame the environment, we blame the country, we blame the politics, we blame. Because somewhere you are not allowed to be yourself, and you feel it is better, let somebody else take the responsibility, because father took the responsibility of getting the bread, mother took the responsibility of nurturing. On the table, you're not allowed to speak. So you've been shut down. No matter who you are shut down. And therefore, because you've been suppressing this, who do you blame that? So when you start releasing the blame, the stuckness energy, the immobility, and the ancestral packages and baggages that you're carrying, when that starts releasing, you can thrive. And that is what this MP3 does. It is helping you to take responsibility, because if you realize that with great power comes responsibility. So if I don't have anybody to put the blame on, all responsibility is on me. And that is very important. If I want to thrive, if I want to grow, I need to take responsibility. And I can only take responsibility when I don't blame. Blame myself with judgment. Don't blame the community, city, state, country, and take the owners of it. The fourth MP3 is the shame. Now, shame sits in your heart center. It is everything to do your higher heart area. So if you see, we feel heaviness in our heart, it's because it is storing the trauma. It is carrying that I am not good enough. That energy it's like you've created a ceiling around on yourself. And that shame does not allow us to express and to have more money, or to express and be ourselves. And that is what the MP3 does. It releases your shame of being a woman. It releases the shame of body. It releases the shame in your sacral area. It allows the fibroids to be dissolved. It allows the irritable bowel movement to ease out, because I can't be happy. When I'm in shame, shame says you can't be happy. It's judging you. It is criticizing you. Now, with all that, how do you survive? How do you thrive? And I love this MP3. In fact, I love all the MP3s in this package. And since it has been so beautifully guided with the energy of Mother Mary, Mother Magdalene, with Ma Lakshmi, I can see that when you listen to them, you feel the joy in your heart. And the last MP3 is the one which is on birthing and healthy relationship. And this is the second last, the fifth one. And in this, what I saw was that when I was doing the download, I could see that the toxins in the body starts moving out, and you feel fearless, because there is the toxins are not allowing us to create. And with this, I feel is that it helps us to release, and it also enhances our immunity. It allows us to think better. It allows us to see better. That is what this MP3 does. And the sixth one, yes to saying no. All UTI projects, men have it in, if I say 80% women have, 20% men have the UTI project. And that really, it is like, it's a puncture. It does not, it is the belief system that you are holding on to that is weighing you down. It is your unhealthy relationship, no boundaries set. It is not allowing you to experience. It is rushing the cortisols in your body. It is creating stress hormones in your body. It is creating anger in your body. All that resulting into anger, resulting into your do not have the freedom to have ease in the body. And that is why your urinary tract infection is at the highest. So yes,
Wow.
this is beautiful. I love this one.
Yes,
Actually,
so
I love all of
powerful.
them. Yes.
And then-
The third item is the Facebook group. And this group is a support group. There are already people on this group, and you can share your experience, receive information, see what you like to, get support with me and with the fellow people on the group. So this is a support group for everybody who's going to be on the packages.
Awesome.
And in every project, I believe that, we need to be involved. That's where responsibility takes up. And for me, the pre and post survey is very important, because you are putting down where you are at this moment. And when you're doing the 21 days of cleaning or listening to the MP3s, or when you're drinking the water, you are mapping your progress. Because it's very easy to take a package and then we'll just say, oh, what can happen? Let us see what can happen. But this is very important to see where we are and what stage of progress are we on.
Yeah, absolutely. And then there's an expiring bonus.
Yes. And this came through you can say it is the goddess power, the Shakti, and it is to break all barriers, all that we control ourselves and not allow our reality to show up. This MP3 helps you to, it's like, it's taking on and entering into, it's like, I see it's like a pod. You enter into this pod and you see and you receive whatever is required for you for your highest good. And all the projects of duality that we have, the criticism that we have, the dualistic way of thinking, this MP3 helps us to release that, the goddess power.
Beautiful. I love it.
Thank you.
And so that's package A. And of course, as we were talking about the coaster, it is a physical product. It will be delivered to you.
Yes.
Because we'll talk a little bit about that more. And then package B includes everything in package A plus.
These are, yeah, you can please take it.
I was just going to say, it includes some live group calls, as well as, I don't even know, email support. Yeah, so package B is going to be important if you want those live group calls with Zenith. She's going to be doing light language. So what are some of these group calls, Zenith?
So the first call 1 and 2, I have kept it with regards to the organs. And I will be working on activating all the organs which are associated with your root chakra, it's basically your the entire area of the root, sacral, and the solar plexus. These are the organs that I will be working with. And the third one, if you can, I'm sorry, if you can just scroll a little. All the calls are going hand in hand. So the first call and the second call is on the physical body. The third call is on the emotional body. It is about how our body is creating, or how our body is not supporting what our mental body wants, and how our physical body is not supporting our emotional body. So I will be working on the energy field and working with the aura in the third call. And the fourth call, because all relationship is seated in our sacral area, and therefore yes to more money. And so to liberate the energy, the misconceptions, whatever might be their beliefs around abundance, to releasing that so that we can tap into our money abundance.
Yeah, absolutely. And then there's email support, which is pretty self-explanatory. So that's package B. And then package C, again, everything in package A and B, plus a 30-minute session with Zenith. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about that. So it's a little bit about like what we're doing today, but more, right?
Yes. In the group call, I am doing, it goes to everyone, but in this one-on-one, we take up one project that you're handling. And in that 30 minutes, whatever comes up, because everything that needs clearing is, you need to begin somewhere. And that is why I feel these 30-minute sessions are at least gives you a doorway to see what you need to work on. And then you can do a follow-up sessions, or if you can do it on your own and sustain whatever we've done, fantastic. So I have seen with the one-on-one session, there is a lot of clarity that comes in. There is a lot of hand-holding that is done. And the amount of work, whether it is light language, whether it is any other modality that I have learned over a period of time, if they show up for the call, they are there for you. And through the one-on-one session, you feel more relaxed. You're more at ease. There is a lot of confidence that you're building up, because there's a lot of healing and clearing that I'm doing on your physical and your emotional and your mental bodies. So that is what the sessions are.
Awesome. So that's package A, B, and C. There's some wonderful testimonials on the page that people have shared about using the coasters, or using the MP3s, working with the MP3s, or working with Zenith one-to-one. So there's some wonderful testimonials, information, people shared today. Kathy O and Manisha shared as well today how they absolutely loved working with Zenith, love her product, etc. So please do take a look at those testimonials as well. There's lots there. They're also in your email. And again, the 3 packages, A, B, and C, there are payment plans available for all 3 packages. And if you're an Inner Circle member, please do take advantage of your gift code as well. And so with just really quickly, Zenith, with the coasters, do people have to do anything special with the coasters once they receive them? No. They just put their glass of water on it, or they just touch it.
Yes.
Or
yes, they are ready to use. In fact, there are you can just keep your finger on them if you don't want to put water. I have clients who carry them with them to their workplaces. You can just carry it in your bag. They are very easy to carry. You're traveling, use them. Charge your water. If you're handling projects of, let's say, money, your fear of money, put money on them. You can keep your food on it. It's all energy, and it is going to just change the dynamics of your water, your food, your money. And you can keep medicine also on this. If you've got any projects that you're handling with regards to any of your organs related projects, keep your medicine on this.
And do you have to have an intention when you're working with it?
No.
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 Nothing. It's simple. Just simple.
It is just so simple. I just love it because of it's being so simple.
Yeah, I love it. Good. Thank you. And I just wanted to share, that I also have a grid that I purchased from Zenith a few years ago. So it's always here in my office, in my space. And so, so I know, so like sometimes, when I have guests on, it's like, it's because I worked with them, it's like, it's not just somebody I just, whatever. I think I've actually worked with Zenith, had a one-to-one. I have the MP3s from when I worked with her. And yes, absolutely powerful work. And I've always been fascinated by the light language, and it's like the written light language, right? Because I mean, I'm very, very attuned to sound, but it's like the written light language I absolutely love. It's like, how did she do that? It's like, it's so tiny and so, I don't know, clear, but it's like, how did she do that? So it's a gift, it's a talent, right? It's an ability that she has that's been given to her to be of service to the world, to humanity, and to people who require her assistance. So I just wanted to share that I also have worked with Zenith, and I have the other grid from a few years ago. Don't remember when it was now. Time goes by so fast. So I wanted to just get clear about that for the coasters. And people can buy gifts for other people, right? For as a gift for family members or friends or whatever, and they don't have to like do anything with it. Like they don't have to like tell them
plug and play.
meditate with it or like whatever, right?
Yes, nothing to be done. It's plug and play. Just keep your water, keep your food, keep anything that you love.
Yeah, awesome. I love that. Thank you. All right, so we are
I'm showing mine too. Did you see that,
hold
Alara?
on. No, I didn't. Wait 1 second. I didn't see. Where are you? Gotta find you again. Oh, there you are. Yeah. I see it. Yep.
See you, Zeenat?
God bless you. God bless you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
God
Yeah.
bless you.
Thank you, Linda. Yeah, absolutely. Right. So it's like these are tools, resources, support that can assist you. Right. I normally say at the beginning of a call, and I didn't today for some reason, because I was just like, I don't know, I was just so excited about this conversation that we are here to bring you resources, support, tools, speakers and guests, with their wisdom and energies to assist you in moving forward in your lives and to assist you in thriving in your lives. And so Zenith definitely has products as well as like the energy work as well, right? So it's both. All right, so okay, so where are we, Zenith? Let's see. Do you want to do the process, or do you want to take some more questions? Totally up to you, whatever you want.
I think if everybody would like me to do a process, why not? And if whatever, I am.
Yeah, that would be great. Yes, because that would be fantastic. I thought I had all the time in the world today, but I just was reminded that I I don't have all the time in the world. So otherwise I could have gone on for hours, but I just found out that no, I cannot. I have to go somewhere. Not right now, so there's no rush. But yes, process. We would love to have a process that can benefit all of us for sure.
Absolutely. So I'm just going to start with the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And as you're breathing in and breathing out, you are aligning yourself, your body, your energy field. Dumutaya sayetunu kutulati yatana hanama katama katapakatara yatana makatama katama katama katama. Makatapa yatana hanama katapakataya danamana hanama katapakatakataya danama. Uyara danamana hanama katapaya danahana sayada yatu yushu yudunu kuturu yudunu kutu yudunu kutu yudunu kutu. Ahasaya saya. Dumusha nama kuturu kuturu kutama hunama nama katalatu. I am aligned and balanced with my divine I am. Kuyara yara 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 yudunu kutulu kutulu. Asara yadana hashana yadana hama kuturu kutulu kutulu kuturu kutarata. And as I breathe in and I breathe out, hatu yushunumi ananakata. I allow the joy, love, truth in the presence and the awareness of my moment of this now. Uku yara payadana makate piyudunu mukutulu kuyadana yashi. My great mind, my great heart, my great being rises and flows with my great soul. And as this energy flows from my heart, opening my heart center. Ooh. Oh yeah. And as this energy is flowing from my heart center, going through each and every energy field. And as it moves into your sacral center, Maku. The flow of the sound and the light. The rainbow energy flows in through. Mashaya. Gamishamaya Samakoto Lurukutapa Yadana Hanamakata. Makata Yadana Manahana Makata Pakata Yadana Hanamakata Larakata. Aligning and balancing all elements. Ya Yudunu Mukutala, Tamato Shansamakata, Lakato Rukuto Shasamakatarata. Dumushama Samakata Yadana Hanamakatala, Toto, Toro Kutunumakatala, Namasha Samata Yisha Samakata Yachamakata Pakatanapa. The diamond energy flowing in. Asha Yadana Hanamakatala, Rokuto Yodunumakatara Karakata. Creating the movement, creating the sound, creating the light, creating the expansion. As it spins and spirals and sound and the vibrate goes through. Yasha. Consciously, unconsciously. Flowing through within you. Asha. Carrying within it the earth code, the water code, the fire codes, the air codes. This triple helix, Hayushanata, the energy of it flows through. Yashasanakata, sparkling within your sacral. Asayatanata, brightening it up. Totunumukutana, 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 totunukutumatanata. Tutunumukutana, tanamatatana, matana, tanamatana, tanata. Tanatana, 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 tanatana. As this energy of the water flows, balancing, balancing the flow, aligning the flow. And this energy is now flowing from the front of your body to the back of your body. Healing the organs that are required. And this flow of the water, the sound of this water. The vibration of this water. Making the shifts, making the changes as required for your highest good. This movement, this expansion, brings in the love energy. Yasa yudunukuta brings in the energy of the oneness that you are. Yasu yudunukutanana, in the framework of this energy field, in this cosmos, you are one. Asa yudunumukutulutana, namukutunukutana, namukututututukutamatamatamatamatonomutonomakatamatana, yatana, 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 tana. As you're listening into the sound, and as the codes are going, assimilating within you, doing its job, moving where it needs to move, Ela puto yata utulo utono kotonota. Allowing the energy to flow with total ease. Matushe etono o matushe etono matushe etono. Moto oshotono moto oshotono moto oshotono. Miketo oshotono moto shaniketanata. Misana metono mata samata mata motono mokotolo. Matonoto shosomokotono motonoto po otono motono mokotono kotanata. Your great mind, your great heart is now aligned. You're completely balanced. Musomati musomoto mataba samono moto osho somoto. Gentle, gentle breath in and breathing it out. Become aware of the place where you're sitting or lying down. Become aware of your body. Become aware of my voice. And whenever you're ready, open your eyes and have lots of water.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was
You are most welcome.
that was a lot of energies flowing. I'm still feeling perceiving the energies in my field. So I can't sometimes what happens is I can't see quite clearly, you know, because it's like all the energies, but they're starting to settle. But yes, definitely drink lots of water. That was I don't even know. It's like there was just so much happening during that. It was so quick. So thank you. How is everybody else doing? How are you all doing with that process? Definitely listening to the replay. Absolutely. Please do. There was so much wisdom, and not just wisdom, but so much energy and shifting happening on this call, right? So always remember that it's not just a conversation with words. It's a conversation of energies as well, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So if you're willing to receive, if you're willing to let go, if you're willing to release what doesn't serve you, and willing to integrate and assimilate what is for your highest good, you will receive what you require. Good, wonderful, thank you. Good. I'm so glad. I know we didn't get a chance to do all the questions, so thank you so much for staying and for the process as well. My body feels like it's pixelating. Oh, that's it. That's interesting. I like that. Very fine energy. Thank you. Oh, good, Regina. Awesome. Suzanne says thank you. It was doing so well. I feel relaxed. Good. Yes, definitely feeling relaxed. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good. And just, you know, allow yourself to receive and allow yourself to integrate these energies and changes. Drink water, go outside, get some fresh air, breathe, right? I'm going to assume that means amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Manisha says, thank you so much. Zenith, a lot of clearing and received a lot of healing from everyone else's shares. Good. And that's the thing, right? It's like, even if your question didn't get answered, are you willing to receive the healing from what everybody else asked for? Right? So be willing to receive. Thank you and grounded. Oh, good. We have beautiful rain right now too. Good. Yes, the blessings of the rain. Receive that. Oh, good. That was fantastic. Awesome. And of course, if you'd like to work with Zenith more, you know, please do take a look at the packages. The coasters are beautiful. So much transformation is possible with the coasters. Get one for yourself, get two, get one for a family member, because they're so easy to use. You don't have to do anything. I love that there's no ritual involved. You don't even have to have an intention. But you do have to be willing to receive, right? So be willing to receive. Plus the MP3s, so much change and transformation, plus the live calls if you're doing package B. And then of course, the personal one-to-one session with Zenith is always powerful. And that's going to be transformational. That's going to be unique to you. So whatever you require, whatever you need. Okay, so please do take advantage of these offers that are available for you. And like I said, again, 2- and 3-part payment plans are available. And if you are an Inner Circle member, please do use your gift code as well. Okay. Any last words of wisdom for Zenith? This was so amazing. I'm so glad that we had this call today. Thank you.
I'm so glad. I'm just so happy. And as I was telling you, the way I was asked to connect with you from the land of Egypt was like, it was uncanny, get in touch with her.
Yeah.
And so I did. And I think we are in a fast track movement of change. And it's no longer, I have to do 100 days of something. It's as quick as this, like when I snap my finger, and sometimes you'll hear me while I'm doing the clearing, I'm snapping my finger because it's that quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When we set ourselves for shift, the way sometimes I avoid using the word change, because what happens is then you are looking at tangible things and you're forgetting other things that are happening around it for that tangible to happen. But since the tangible hasn't happened, you feel that there has been no shift.
Yeah.
So when we work with our bodies, when we are working with our energy, our principal work over here on this planet is to make the shift in ourselves. That is a period. So no matter whether I'm working in a corporate setup, whether I'm working in this setup or in any other setup, the change is going to come. I just need to become aware where I want to put my energy towards. I can continue being in that energy and create from that energy, or decide that this energy has not done anything. Now let me try this energy. Because if it doesn't work, because the mind needs to be engaged. So you've got to tell your mind, okay, if it doesn't work, we'll go back to doing that earlier one. So there's no problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then the mind starts supporting. And in the energy work, things go really zap and it goes really fast. It brings up things. So be grateful that it is coming up, because it only shows that you are prepared to take the second step. And therefore it is showing up. Otherwise it would not stay. It would not come. It would not come up at all. So that's your guidance, that's our yardstick. If a new program has come up, a new project has come up, or an aspect of the fear has come up, which means that it is now ready to be released. That, okay, great, I've done this, fantastic. I need to just go a little bit more with this.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. It's a gift when things are showing up, when they're coming up, when there's issues, when there's fears, when there's doubts, when all that's coming up. If you look at it as a gift and a blessing, you'll get the wisdom and the awareness that you need to, let it go or release it, or to shift into something new. But if you blame it, if you judge it, if you judge yourself for like, oh my God, not again, then you're going to keep getting stuck with it, right?
The old programming will continue.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to put myself back a month, and I'm going to say, all right, I'm putting myself back a month and say all the stuff that's happened in this past month, all a blessing, all a gift. I'm receiving all the wisdom from it, because it was like
absolutely
one thing after the other. So I was like, all right, I'm going back in time, and I'm just going to say, you know what? Yep, it's all good. And that's the thing. If you're willing to recognize that life experiences, situations are not bad. They're not bad. They're not good. They're just experiences for you to learn about yourself or learn about life. You'll have a different perspective on what's happening around you. Right?
Absolutely.
And that everything can be a gift and blessing. It can teach you about yourself. It can teach you about the world. It can teach you about, or show you what the next step is in your evolution or progress, So, it's like what happened to me being like not being able to talk, right? I have no problem talking now. Thank you, Zeenat. This was wonderful, and absolutely, I highly recommend you go back and watch and listen again, because like I said, there was so much wisdom, but there's also so much energy shifting happening on this call, right? And so if you want transformation, if you want to shift in your life, definitely go back, watch and listen, and work with Zeenat through her products, through her MP3s, through her live calls, through her one-to-one session. See what works for you, right? So thank you.
God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Zeenat. And thank you everybody for all your, thank you for your questions, comments, feedback, everything. Thank you so much, everyone.
This was beautiful. Thank you.
It was, absolutely. I love your energy even more so now than I did when I worked with you years ago. It's like just so much more. I love it. Thank you, everyone. Until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. Namaste, everyone.
Bye. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.